Hello students, welcome to my English channel, The Enforced English 721. Today I am going to teach you transformation of sentence, and I am going to upload this video where I am going to explain how can you recognize simple, compound and complex sentence and how to transform it. Before that, actually not after, not before, you have to watch the video. If it's enjoying, you can enjoy the video, you understand everything, the explanation. Obviously don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you are new here, click the thumbs up button and share this video. And I want to tell you to increase your communication skill, don't translate. And I'm not giving you any shortcut for increasing your speaking power, increasing your become fluent. My mantra I will not give you any instant result. Okay, you have to work on your communication every single day. If you want to speak natural English, then you have to continue listening. Okay, it's mandatory. You have to speak English always, and always whatever you want to read in English. It's need a lot of patience and consistency. Okay, so without discussion of our speaking power, we have to start the video as soon as possible, because it's I think a bigger one, a little bit big, I know. So what is transformation of sentence? Transformation of sentence means changing or converting the words or form of a sentence without changing its meaning or sense. Okay, there are three types of transformation of sentence mainly. Which one we have some trouble to do? That one is simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. So we have to describe one by one. Before that, we have to know what is clause. The clause is where there will be a subject and a predicate as a group of words, but that will not be considered as a full sentence. The clause, that is called clause, and the clause can be divided into two types. One is independent clause, means it depends on itself. Another is dependent clause, which depends on other part of the sentence. So what is independent clause? A clause that contains both a subject and a predicate and can stand alone as a sentence, or it can be a part of a multi-clause sentence. Uses conjunction here. What is that? Or, for, nor, so, yet and but. That is independent clause. Example: we visited Agra but we did not go to Taj Mahal. Okay, so that is an independent clause. And what about dependent clause? A clause that have a subject and a predicate like independent clause but cannot stand alone as a sentence, always be a part of a sentence. Which one? That is dependent clause. Always be a part of a sentence on which it depends for meaning. So a dependent clause, you understand, which depends on the independent clause. A dependent clause is of three types. What is that? Adjective clause, adverb clause and noun clause. So now we have to understand simple, compound and complex sentence. So what is simple sentence? when in a sentence that has one independent clause. Okay, it is called simple sentence. And the simple sentence is called also to as an independent clause. Why? Because while it might be part of a compound or complex sentence, which one might be a part of compound and complex sentence? A simple sentence. Okay, a simple sentence might be a part of a compound or complex sentence. It can also stand by itself as a complete sentence. Simple sentence can stand alone and it can contain. How can we recognize it is a simple sentence? I am giving you some words to recognize which one is simple sentence. It can contain punctuation such as commas, exclamatory sign, question mark at the end of the sentence. And the word which one indicate you that is a simple sentence, they are in spite of, beside, for. Here for means not because. Okay, for. And then notwithstanding, it means in spite of. Then being, besides, and to infinitive. This indicates that is a simple sentence. So a simple sentence is one which has only one subject and one predicate. A simple sentence is one which has only one finite verb. Okay, like a honest man is loved by all. Okay, this sentence has only one subject and one predicate. Okay, so it is a simple sentence. And what about complex sentence? Complex sentence when in a sentence that has one independent clause and one or more dependent or subordinate clause. That is called compound sentence. The moon rose. That is called complex sentence. Okay. Complex sentence have one independent clause and another is dependent clause. Suppose we returned when the sun set. Okay, in this sentence there are two parts. One is we returned, another part is when the sun set. Okay, as each part has a subject and predicate, see we and return. Here the sun, then set. So each part has a subject and a predicate of its own and is part of a larger sentence. So each part is a clause. That's why we describe the clause at first. Okay. So now we have to know that how it is. So the example of complex sentence, what? He confessed that he was guilty of his illegal act. Okay, he confessed that he was guilty of his illegal act. Here also one dependent clause, another is independent clause. Okay, so how can I recognize that it is a complex sentence? Dependent clauses begin with subordinating conjunction. Okay, depending clause, how can you recognize that it's a depending clause? Depending clauses always begin with subordinating conjunction. What subordinating conjunction? Which type of? Such as after, although, as because, before, even though, if, since, though, unless, until, when, whenever, whereas, while, where, who, that, and as if. These all are subordinating conjunction which indicates that is a dependent clause because it begins with these subordinating conjunctions. So it will be a dependent clause. So after seeing this one, we can understand that is a complex sentence. Okay. Now we have to understand what is compound sentence. A sentence which is made up of coordinating clause is called a compound sentence. Okay. So a compound sentence when in a sentence that has more than one main clauses, that is compound sentence. I went to watch a movie named Justice League, but the movie was already houseful. Here also two sentences are there. It is connected to one another with a coordinating conjunction. And the coordinating conjunction, if we can remember, we can easily recognize which one is compound sentence. So what is that coordinating conjunction for compound sentence? We can easily remember if we think that the words is fan boys. Fan, F-A-N, fan, B-O-Y-S, boys. How? F for, A for and N for nor. So it will be fan. Okay. And boys, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So fan boys, if you can remember fan boys, then you can easily recognize that is a compound sentence. What is that words? I told you. For, and, nor, but, or, yet. So if you take all these coordinating conjunctions first letter, it makes fan boys. And if you can remember it easily to realize which sentence is a compound sentence. So a sentence which made up of coordinating clause is called a compound sentence. A sentence is made up of 2 or 3 coordinating conjunctions sometimes. Suppose you can tell that I got the book from the library. Okay. Which I read it. So compound sentence is one which consists of 2 or more coordinating clause. That is a compound sentence. So we have to read some compound sentence. That one is to understand, sorry, that our example is wrong. We can tell he is poor but he is happy. That is the indication of compound sentence. How? See, but word is there. I told you before that for fanboys here is be also but. We have many duties and we have to perform them. Here is also and is also a part of fanboys, and is indicating that is a compound sentence. So easily now I think students you can understand how can you recognize the which sentence is compound and which one is complex sentence. Suppose in spite of his poverty he is happy. It's a simple sentence. Why? We have discussed before that the in spite of is the indication of simple sentence. So whenever you see the sentence in spite of his poverty he is happy, you realize this one is a simple sentence. Why? Because in spite of word is there. Okay. And how to make it compound? Suppose, so you know that in spite of his poverty he is happy. So the compound sentence will be like this: he is poor but he is happy. So but word you bring for making it compound, and the two sentences separated by the but conjunction, and he is poor but he is happy. Suppose you must work hard to succeed, to infinitive. That is simple sentence, to succeed. So how can you make it compound? You must work hard or you will not succeed. You must work hard or you will not succeed. So or is the indication of compound sentence. Okay. So I hope you understand how to convert and how can you recognize simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. And in the next video, we will discuss more about transformation of sentence, because it's not so much easy. And just in this video, I hope you understand how to recognize the sentence, which type of sentence is compound, complex, and simple. If you can realize, or if you can decide this sentence is simple, compound, and complex, that is the first part. And when that in the question paper this question will come, that transform into compound or simple, first you have to decide by seeing the sentence which type of sentence, that one, and then understand the meaning. And if you have to convert from simple to compound, suppose, then you have to find out the words. Suppose I respect an honest man, so that is a simple sentence. You have to convert it in complex sentence, so you have to bring a coordinating conjunction to make it complex. So I respect an honest man, so you have to write I respect a man who is honest. I respect a man who is honest. So who word brings to make it complex, okay? And that is a complex sentence. Suppose hardworking students will pass. That one is a simple sentence. So if you want to convert into complex sentence, so you have to bring again who to make it complex. So you write like this, because we know who is the indication of complex sentence. So you can write students, then you can use who, students who, then students are there, so the verb will be are. Students who are, then the main verb is hardworking. Students who are hardworking then will pass. Okay, that is the indication of complex sentence. If you want to convert from simple to compound, suppose the sun having risen, the fog disappeared. The sun having risen, the fog disappeared. So how can you convert in compound sentence? You can bring and. The sun rose and the fog disappeared. Okay. Why it is rose, past tense of rise? Because see, in the simple sentence there is disappeared, past form, means second form of the verb. So you have to write the sun rose and the fog disappeared. The simple sentence was the sun having risen, okay, having risen, the fog disappeared. So the sun rose is one sentence. Then you have to attach with the second sentence with a coordinating conjunction, that is and. The sun rose and the fog disappeared. Okay. See another one, having eaten rice he set out. See, having also an indication of simple sentence. So having eaten rice he set out. So you have to make it compound. First of all, he ate rice, and the second is he set out. So I use a coordinating conjunction and make it compound. He ate rice and then he set out. Okay, he ate rice and then he set out. So that is the example of compound sentence, from simple to compound. So students, I hope you understand. I will not make it lengthier, because we will make transformation of sentence video later, more and more and more. So that's all for today. I hope you understand. If it is convincing, if you are comprehending a little bit more English from this video, then why don't you subscribe my channel? Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Good night and meet you all soon. Bye.